Imagine two people. The first saves money every single month for 30 years. The second invests that same money instead. Both are disciplined, both work hard, both avoid unnecessary spending. But by retirement, one is financially free, and the other is still worried about money. The difference isn't how much they saved, it's what they did after saving. And that's why the advice you've heard your entire life, save more money, might actually be keeping you poor. In a few minutes, you'll discover the hidden flaw in saving money, why banks love savers, and the simple shift that separates people who work for money from people whose money works for them. Most people think wealth starts with saving, and they're right, but they make one dangerous mistake. They think saving is the finish line, so they spend years putting money into a savings account. $100 here, $200 there, watching the numbers slowly grow. It feels responsible, it feels safe. But something invisible is happening in the background, something that quietly destroys wealth: inflation. Inflation is the reason a dollar today won't buy the same things 10 years from now. Prices rise, money loses purchasing power, and while your savings account grows slowly, the cost of life grows faster. Imagine putting $10,000 under your mattress. 10 years later, it's still $10,000, but it buys much less. You didn't lose money physically. You lost buying power. And that's exactly what happens when money sits still for too long.
Let's look at two friends, Alex and Ben. At age 25, both save $300 every month. Alex keeps everything in a savings account. Ben saves first, but then invests the money into broad market investments. Fast forward 20 years. Alex feels proud. He has thousands of dollars saved. But Ben's money has been growing the entire time, not because he worked harder, not because he earned more, but because every dollar Ben invested became an employee working for him 24 hours a day. While Alex saved money, Ben built a system, and systems always outperform effort. Here's the strange part. The wealthy don't see money the way most people do. Most people think money is something to store. The wealthy think money is something to deploy. That's a completely different mindset. To the average person, $1,000 sits in a bank. To an investor, $1,000 is a worker waiting for a job. And every day that worker sits idle, potential wealth disappears.
Now, don't misunderstand this. Saving is important. In fact, saving is the first step. But the problem is when people stop there. Think of saving like collecting seeds. Nobody becomes a farmer by collecting seeds forever. At some point, the seeds must be planted. Money works the same way. Savings are seeds. Investments are the field. Without planting, nothing grows. And this is where many people get stuck, because investing feels risky. But what most people never realize is this: doing nothing also has risk, a hidden risk, a silent risk. The risk of falling behind while the world gets more expensive every year. The biggest financial breakthrough happens when you stop asking, how much money can I save? And start asking, how many assets can I build? Assets are things that put money into your pocket. Investments, businesses, index funds, dividend stocks, real estate, things that can continue producing value long after you stop working. The average person spends life trading time for money. The wealthy spend life building assets that produce money without their time. That's the difference. Think about this. There are people working hard right now. Long hours, stressful jobs, constant pressure. Yet every month they start from zero again. Why? Because their income depends entirely on their next paycheck. Now imagine waking up and knowing some of your money grew while you slept. Not because of luck, not because you're rich, but because you built assets that continue working. That's what financial freedom actually is. Not luxury cars, not giant mansions. Freedom, choices, control over your time. Saving money is not the enemy, but saving money alone is not the goal. A savings account can protect your money. It cannot build wealth by itself. The people who become financially free understand a simple truth. Save first, invest second, build assets third. Because money sitting still slowly shrinks. Money working grows. So the next time you save a dollar, ask yourself one question. Is this dollar going to sit here, or is it eventually going to work for me? Because the difference between being a saver and becoming wealthy isn't how much money you keep, it's whether your money ever starts working without you.